Let's bring him in, comedian Harland Williams.
Welcome to the Stephen D.C. Show. Come on in.
Hey, Harland, how are you, man? He's a comic genius is what he is. I don't know if he knows that because he seems like a very humble, down-to-earth guy.
Hey, Harland, welcome back, man. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Do you realize you're a comic genius, Harland?
A comic genius? Yes, I am aware of that. These 2 equals MC squared walk into a bar. And yes, I am a comic genius.
Yes, you are. You always have been.
Yeah, I can't give the punchline because people aren't smart enough to figure it out. So I just do the setups because I'm a comic genius.
Yeah. And you know, we don't go for that highbrow humor anyway on this show.
Hob what?
None of that.
Highbrow humor, you know. Highbrow humor.
Highbrow.
What's hot? That sounds like a
Jewish thing.
Korean barbecue dish. Would you like some fresh hobra?
Sounds like
some hobra.
Sounds like a dish at a bar mitzvah to me.
Yeah.
Is somebody going to cut the hobra?
It sounds like a funny bra.
Highbrow humor. Yeah, I said.
You like my boobies? I'm wearing the hobra today. Aren't they funny looking?
I said highbrow humor. Highbrow.
Hobra. Welcome to Hobra Airline. Unbelievable.
Highbrow humor. You should have heard me before I lost my southern accent.
Oh, yeah? You had one of those, too? Yeah. Where'd you lose it? In the back seat of a car? That's where I lost mine. You just keep doing what you're doing there, girl. Oh, it's all gone now.
Lost it.
It's all gone. Wow.
I just never in a million years.
You're not that old. You never in maybe the last 27 years. Don't give me that million-year crap. You don't look that old.
I never would have dreamed that a comic genius like Harland Williams would want to come in and do recipes. That's what I'm hearing. He wants to come in.
Gosh.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Recipes?
I got 2 really fun ones. I got.
Are we going to make them live on the air? Come on.
We're not making them live. These are for your listeners. They're not for you.
Oh.
They're for your listeners. All right, you can try them too, but I got one for kind of the slacker cook who likes to use the microwave. All right, you guys ever cook in your microwave?
Oh, yeah. Live with it.
Okay, and then I got one for, the people that want to kind of sneak in one final picnic before the snows start coming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are thinking about that right now.
Get the snowblower out, Daddy. Here's the microwave one. Real easy to do. I came up with this myself. I call it black popcorn, and here's how it works. You get the microwave popcorn.
Right.
You put it in your microwave. You set the timer for 4 hours and 22 minutes.
Slow down.
Yeah, 4 hours and 22 minutes.
My goodness.
Black popcorn. Delicious, crunchy treat. Yeah.
We'll easy. The recipe on our website.
It's real easy. It's real easy. And then the second one's for those of you who want to get that last picnic in before the snow.
I was just talking about that with my wife. We got to get that last picnic in before the snow comes.
Well, then you're going to enjoy this treat, my friend. What you do, you go to your picnic and you find a kid from the neighborhood with the steel braces on their teeth.
Yeah.
You take them out, you sit them on your little blanket, and you grab a cabbage and just start grinding it back and forth on their mouth, and you get some nice coleslaw. It's delicious. No, it's delicious. You can laugh.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
it sounds very good.
It tastes even better.
Harland's new show is going to debut on the Food Network. When is that coming out?
That's right, man.
Right between Emerald and Rachel Ray.
I can't wait to see it.
It should have a nice run for like a day.
And there's so much to this guy. It's not just what you see in the movies.
Right.
You see Dumb and Dumber, and there's something about Mary, and all these, and the Longest 9 Yards. What is the name of that movie?
The Whole 9 Yards.
Whole 9 Yards. And you think, well, I know what this guy's about. There's so many recipes, and now he also has something to say about driving pets. Pets that drive are bothering Harland.
Well, you know what? Do you have a pet?
I do.
What do you have?
Got a Chihuahua.
Oh,
Dallas.
a Chihuahua or a Chihuahua?
Well, there's so much argument over what the correct pronunciation is.
You talk funny.
I always say shahuahua because I've heard that's the correct pronunciation.
I don't know where you're getting the SH off of CH.
Chihuahua.
That's Chihuahua, dude. Come on.
Look, I'm just telling you what I've heard. I've always heard it shahuahua.
But he talks like that because he's a little highbrow.
He pronounces C's with S's. He pronounces that's wild.
That's what I've always heard. Shahuahua.
Shahuahua. Wow.
That's close. You're getting it, kind of.
I used to have a Chihuahua.
Really?
Yeah. And here's what's great about them. They're small. How much does yours weigh?
Oh, like 4 pounds.
4 pounds. Here's what's great. If you got a Chihuahua and you can't get a pet sitter for the weekend, you just pick them up, run outside, and throw them in a spider web. You can laugh, but they're there all weekend. They'll be back when you get home.
That does not sound very safe to me.
It's very safe. They don't go anywhere.
I don't think it is.
And the other thing is, if you don't have time to take your Chihuahua for a schwalk, yeah, what you do is you just fire up the leaf blower or the hair dryer and blow them around the living room for half an hour. They love that.
That, again, does not sound very safe to me.
No, they love it. As long as you don't have a ceiling fan, everything's going to work out good. Because you don't want Chihuahua schloll all over the place.
I hope you don't make PETA mad.
Pardon me? What'd you call me? What did you just call me?
No, he's talking about the people for the ethical treatment of animals.
PETA.
You know?
Oh, PETA. Yeah.
Don't want to anger.
Delicious. By the way, in case I don't see you later on this year, I just want to be the first to wish you a Merry Schmishmish. Because
you are completely and totally out of your mind.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of pets, guys, I got.
What about driving pets?
No, I don't like to drive them. No, the only thing is, if your car doesn't have an airbag, I recommend you put a fat dog on your steering wheel. So that's all I can say about that.
He is going to infuriate PETA.
I know.
Yeah, PETA. They're fun if you stuff them full of tuna salad. Now, I got some new pets, and this is fun because you love it when you come home and your pets are waiting for you and they greet you, right?
Even if you're gone like 5 minutes,
they don't know.
Oh, they greet you. And here's what's great. I bought some new pets, plural. I went over to the grocery store and bought a dozen eggs. And instead of scrambling them, I sat on them for 3 days. No, I've got a bunch of little baby chicks in the house. And now when I come home, I walk in the door and I go, "Where's my peeps at?" And like 12 little yellow guys just jump up and go, "Peep, peep, 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 peep." It's so cute. Where's my peeps at?
Adorable.
It's adorable. Hey, you ever take your contact lenses out and put them in your cat's eyes? Ever do that?
I can't say that I've ever done that. I have.
Oh, that's and put it out on the balcony to play? Have you ever done that? Cats really do land on all fours.
PETA's mad.
Yeah.
PETA's mad.
What a name for an organization, PETA. Why don't they just call themselves the Egg Salad Sandwich? We're the Egg Salad Sandwich against cruelty to animals. We at Egg Salad are furious that you chained your dog up. Names are crazy. What about hurricanes, man?
Oh, I know.
What's with these beautiful, they're like names of models.
Yes.
Hurricane Katrina.
Yes.
Hurricane Shashanti. Hurricane Halle Berry. How about you ruined my house? Thanks, Hurricane Ass Face. Okay? Thanks a lot, Hurricane Moron.
That's more appropriate.
Yeah. Hey, Hurricane Idiot, over here. Why do we got to give them these beautiful, exotic names?
And you feel bad for people that have those names.
Well, yeah. For all the Katrinas out there, the Ophelias right now, they don't stand a chance.
Oh, yeah, they're probably, people would probably throw stuff at them and get mad,
But equally as disturbing for all the ass faces out there. That would be
right, man.
There's no way to win, really. You know,
Oh,
no matter
God.
what you do. No matter what
Have you ever been in a hurricane or anything like that?
I have been in a tornado.
Yes, we've braved a few tornadoes.
Never a
You
cat.
haven't. Are you serious?
Yeah, see, we lived for a while in Alabama,
The
which is
tornado belt.
that's where they all hit, you know.
When you say you were in it, you mean like you were actually in it?
I was swirling.
You were swirling around like a Dairy Queen blizzard? Oh, my God.
I heard it coming, you know.
Like that cow in Twister.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I
Totally.
mean?
Talk about a milkshake. Yeah.
You know that train sound that they always say
Right,
you hear?
right.
Well, we heard it once. We were.
Right.
They
Sounds
said
like a
there's
locomotive coming.
You mean like choo-choo? Is that
Yeah.
what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear that rumble and you know it's coming, you know?
Wow,
Ooh,
that's
but
scary.
it
I
is
know it's
right.
weird when
Very
you're in like a hurricane or high winds. Like, it's really bizarre to be like driving down the road and like a KFC sign crosses the road. You know, it's like you used to see like porcupines and raccoons, but there goes a KFC sign.
right across
By the way,
road.
who named KFC?
A good question. It's a good
I
question.
mean, I don't know if I want to eat at a place that's one letter away from being a really bad word.
I've never thought about it that way.
I mean,
Never has that
do
crossed
you want
my
to
mind.
eat there at
That's a
the
good
F
point.
word? Yeah.
That's a good,
No,
good
I don't
point.
want to eat there.
And not as a family man. Not after that.
That's not nice. That's like a dyslexic guy eating at Fuddruckers. I mean, what's he thinking?
He's clearly not.
What's he thinking the name of that place is? Fuddruckers. The dyslexic guy does not want to eat at Fuddruckers.
Clearly is not.
Or maybe he does.
He does. Have you been swimming lately?
Oh, God. Swimming is
What made you think of
scary.
that, DC? What made you? Where did that come
There's
from?
something about Harland Williams. I look at
Well,
him.
he's
I
got
think,
a swimmer's body.
Well, that and I
Yeah,
think
I do.
aquatic. When I look at him,
wearing
aquatic.
goggles too.
Yeah, I got the goggles, and it's raining out. It's
And
wet out.
so
It's,
he's
you
in the
can't-
Speedo.
Yeah.
You can't help but think about water. Here's what's weird about swimming in
Yeah.
the summer. You ever go swimming at someone's place in the summer?
Yes.
And they don't have like a great filtration system?
Yes.
And you put on the goggles because, you know, you never know what you're going to see in a pool.
Yeah.
And it's like you're swimming through a insect graveyard.
Ooh, I hate that.
You're just like snorkeling along, and there's like 9 honeybees and a locust. You know, it's like,
There's nothing worse. I
it's
agree.
bizarre. And what's even funnier is if you're not swimming and you just look at the surface of the water and the insects land and the hornets are on there and they don't know how to take off, but they got those little outboard motors on their butts, so they're just doing donuts. They're going, ee, they're going around in circles.
It's good entertainment, you know?
It is fun. It's like a mini water show. But what's really sad are when the ants get blown into the pool.
yeah.
Isn't that wild? 'Cause
devastating.
they're so tiny. They're so light. They just float. It takes them forever to drown, like 6 hours. And here's what you can do if you want to help is if you got a bunch of ants floating in your pool and slowly drowning, run in the house and get a box of Cheerios. And just start throwing them in the water. They're like little life preservers.
Little preservers.
Little preservers, and they got 9 essential vitamins. They'll give them strength to swim to shore. They can get back to carrying sand. What was that? What in the name? Was that like
ate it.
Yoda or something?
I ate at KFC last night.
Yeah? Well, KFC you, buddy.
Sorry about that.
Wow, that's like Jabba the Hutt in your intestines.
Can I ask you a question, Harlan Williams?
Yeah, you sure can.
Where does your comedy come from?
There's a book at Barnes & Noble. Yeah, it's called How to Be Funny on Radio and How to Be a Comedy Genius.
You have memorized it.
Yeah,
Really,
I read it, I memorize it. It's a treat.
Do you write this stuff down?
You know what's funny? We can get funny serious
Can
for
we,
a second.
can we get serious for a minute?
I never write my jokes down.
You don't?
I kind of come up with them on the fly. fly. I like to write when I'm on stage. I'll throw a premise out there and just see where it goes. I have this theory. It's like drowning. Like when if you're in the water and you start drowning, you just want to claw your way to the surface.
That's true.
Well, when I do stand-up, because you're in front of, 300, 500 people, if I throw a premise out there and I don't know the answer to it, I will claw my way to find a punchline so that I don't bomb on stage. It's a dangerous way to write, but it excites me. I enjoy it, and sometimes I don't get there, but I think the crowd appreciates that I take the chance and they get to see it happen.
I agree. Now, if it works, do you remember it and do it again, or is it always different?
A lot of the times I forget it, but if it's something that really stands out in my mind, I'll like I did one a few months back. It was kind of a little ad-lib with the crowd, and some guy started heckling me, and he was just like randomly yelling stuff, and I didn't know what to say, so I just said to him, I'm like, hey, welcome to bipolar night, buddy. And then that got a laugh, and then I followed it up. It just popped into my head. I said, and I'm not talking about a big white bear that swings both ways. Bipolar, and
I get it.
and it got a big laugh, and it was just one of those things that just happened. And I saved it. Now I use it. It was a funny line.
I'd hang on to that one because that's a good one.
I'm hanging on. I'm keeping it.
Now, and the good news is, if you God forbid, if there's a fire, your jokes, your repertoire wouldn't burn up because it's all up here.
It's all in my head. You know,
like the Carrot Top had the fire a few years ago,
and he lost everything.
He lost his whole act.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
You didn't hear that? And the whole act burned up for a few years.
Total loss.
But with you, if there was a fire, you wouldn't lose anything.
Well, unless I was the thing on fire. Come on, man. What am I, nothing? Come on. If I'm burning to death, I'm going to lose my act.
Now, Harland, I know
this guy.
I know you.
Unbelievable.
I know you're on a short leash today.
Joan of Arc time.
Does he have to go somewhere?
Well, many other people to talk with. He's on a short leash today, and
man.
I just want to know. I'm just wondering. And you've done these movies and these huge movies. Do people recognize you now from these movies when you're out and come up and say things to you, like about something about Mary or Dumb and Dumber? Any of those?
Yeah, you know what? It started right when I did Dumb and Dumber, which was in I think '96. And I can remember the first time it happened to me too. Obviously I played the cop who drank the bottle of pee, and
which was one of the if you're in one of the most memorable scenes, then you're really going to get
thank you. That's very kind. Well,
a great scene.
I appreciate that. And I remember I was in L.A. and I'd just come out of a mall, and I was walking down the street, and I hadn't been approached by anyone yet, and there was like 6 or 7 high school kids just happened to be walking, and I kind of had to walk right through them. It was like a little mob of kids, and as I was going through them, they all just stopped, and I thought, uh-oh. There goes my wallet. There goes my Victoria's Secret. There goes everything. And they were like, dude, you're the cop from Dumb and Dumber. And I was like so shocked. I didn't know what to say. And I was like, yeah, that's me. And they're like, and they started freaking out. And
damn teenagers.
Get the hell off my lawn. That's why I want to have a lawn, just to tell teenagers to get the hell off my grass. So anyways, that was the first time, and it's been going ever since, from Half-Baked to Rocket Man to something about Mary.
I'll tell you what.
It never ends.
You had one of my favorite movies was the movie, I couldn't remember the name a second ago, but I love the whole 9 yards. Not many people, I mean, you have the distinct, you were killed in a Bruce Willis movie.
I know. I love it.
How did you die?
Yeah. He basically, here's how I died. It's a scene where I'm approaching the house. Amanda Peet purposely opens the window on the top floor.
She's a cute gal, that Amanda Peet, isn't she?
Oh, she's cute as a koala bear's little albino baby. Whatever that means. I have no idea. Obviously, I've been shampooing with eucalyptus again. And, but anyways, Amanda Peet, as I'm approaching the house, flashes her, her hooters out the window. It was like a nude scene. So while I'm looking at her naked breasts, Bruce Willis walks out and shoots me with his gun. Great way to die.
Exactly.
Great way to die. I don't recommend car wrecks. I don't recommend burning. I recommend looking at Amanda Pete's hooters.
And you had, if I remember correctly, near the end, there's some climactic scenes with Bruce Willis, and I've heard that guy can be pretty intimidating. Is that?
You know what? Working with Bruce, I was intimidated just going on set. You know, I'm like, this guy's like one of the superstars
he's
in the
kind
industry.
of a big deal.
Yeah,
he is. I mean, there's a lot of actors, there's a lot of stars, but there's a few like Nicholson and Stallone and people like that are legitimate, worldwide recognized superstars.
And he's so cool. You know, he's always so smooth and you just
he is.
He's a man's man.
He really is.
And I was worried. I didn't know. I thought, how am I going to approach him? How do I break the ice with the guy? And I mean, he doesn't know me from Adam. And day one, I was on set. I'm sitting in the makeup trailer. And Bruce Willis walks in, and he just saw me, and he walked right over. He goes, "Hey, Harland, how you doing, man?" Like,
really?
I guess he knew that it would be awkward for me, so he did it
Dumber and Dumber.
Yeah, it was great. He was amazing. Bruce was fantastic.
Well, you're a funny guy, and if you are listening to us right now on either Sirius Satellite Radio or 97.5 WDLJ, you can see Harland at the Funny Bone St. Louis all weekend. This weekend.
What a great show to see, too. The Funny Bone St. Louis all weekend and around the country. You're all over the place, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm heading up to Canada next week to do some concerts in Toronto at the Winter Garden Theatre.
You know, we get a lot of calls from Canada.
Oh, you do? Well, if anyone's in Toronto, come and see me. And please check out my fabulous website, harlandwilliams.com, for all Harland information.
All Harland all the time. And just real quick before you go, just read in the prep, didn't know this. Your cousin is in Bare Naked Ladies?
Yes, Kevin Hearn. He's the keyboard player, and you can actually buy our CD on my website. We did an album together called The Cousins. Yeah. So
do you sing? What do you
I sing, yeah. He plays and I sing.
Really? Can you take us out with a little, just something off the top of your head? A cappella?
You got it, buddy. You ready?
Do it, Harland. Harland Williams, everybody.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are, 'cause when you wish upon a star,